So welcome, great to have you here, and welcome back to another Q&A. So we started this about this time last year, and we were doing the live streams, but trying to coordinate the live streams, get the live streams going, etc. on a regular basis was proving a little bit difficult. So we started doing the Q&A, and it was a great chance for a bit of interaction, really. With you guys to ask any questions that you wanted to know answers to about London or about London visited. So can I just say as a start, Happy New Year if you're picking this one up and this is your first time viewing the channel in 2025. Next question is, where have you been? There's so many stuff. We've got some great stuff planned for 2025, and also this is the first Q&A that we've done since October because November and December got away with us. And it was all things Christmassy, so completely missed out on that. So if you sent in a question which was related to Christmas, thank you. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to hold it to next year, believe it or not. So a couple of you sent in those questions. Don't worry, you'll hear them again. Right. So where am I? I am over in East London. I'm over in Stratford. Now, if you look around, you can see lots of flats, lots of high-rise apartments, etc. And the reason you've got all of those is because these, believe it or not, were built for the Olympics in 2012. So put up for the athletes, staying here in 2012 for the athletes. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go for a walk, and we'll go for a walk around the Olympic Park. So I thought today, as we're doing the Q&A, let's have a walk around the Olympic Park and feel like we're putting in some miles. Anyway, great to have you here. Happy January. Got loads and loads of questions. Big thank you to everyone that submitted the questions. We've got them all here, and we will work our way through those. And unlike some other ones where we've done videos which have lasted, well, flipping hours, we won't, all right? Actually, there's someone else that I follow, a good friend of mine on YouTube, did a Q&A the other day, and it was 2.5 hours long. Yeah, which made me think, do you know what? I'm not sitting there for 2.5 hours. So let's whiz through and do some of those. I've got those here on my trusty piece of paper. You'd think with me tech and all the rest of it, I'd have my phone, wouldn't you? Yeah, I'll do that for future. Anyway, right, let's go for, first of all, Luana. She says, how do you manage your London visited merch inventory? Do you restock when supply is low, or do you discontinue the items when sold out? The merch I have purchased has been just great. Wow, that's a great plug to start with. Thank you, Luana. So I can tell you, I don't stock any merch, which is brilliant. There's a company and you do all the designing yourself, but they then hold it and then they print it to order. So when you're seeing the merch at the bottom of the tray, which it could be right under this video, especially if you're watching it on your phone, that merch gets ordered when you ping off an order to it, and then it gets sent directly to you. So yeah, got great merch, bits and pieces down below. Do have a look. We get lots of people having a look. Not many people buy, but if you fancy something London visited, loads of stuff down there. So great question to kick off with. Thank you, Luana. Next one, we're going to go to Irma. Hello, Irma. So Irma's out in Finland, and she says, what kind of art exhibitions are there in London, February till March? And is there some local happenings? And are there any dog or cat shows? Well, it made me start to think. Once upon a time, there was an event here, which is an annual event known globally as Crufts. That used to happen in London, used to happen in Earl's Court. They knocked Earl's Court down, they moved that to Birmingham, because funny enough, that's happening in March. So that's over there. We haven't got anything like that. We've got the pet show, which has got all sorts of pets and all sorts of things happening. That's a big thanks. Someone just letting me cross the road. So we've got the International Pet Show, but that doesn't happen until September. So if you're thinking of coming over to London in September for that one, you might want to. As far as art shows, do you know what? There are so many art shows that are going on. I pinged a quick look just to see if there's anything that caught my eye over the next few weeks, months, etc. We're coming up and doing filming, and there are so many. So we'll be bringing you some of those. There's always an art show, art exhibition. There's always something happening going on, and it's beautiful. It's a real chance to see some of the artists that you've heard of, but you thought you'd never get close to their work. And actually some of their stuff just hangs in galleries normally, like at the National Gallery, and also the National Portrait Gallery just around the Trafalgar Square area. If you're ever in London, they're completely free. Get your tickets in advance, but go and see those because they are just mind-blowing. So there you go, it gives you some of the art and some of the things that are happening. So loads of bits going on, and we're certainly going to cover them here at London Visited. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do, because we're in the middle of the Olympic Park now. This is the area, this is sort of the wetland area, or part of the generation following the Olympics. And during the Olympic time, this was closed off for spectators to walk through to get to various venues, etc. Over in the background you can see there's the Olympic Stadium, which is now being used as a football pitch for West Ham. There you go, just a gentle walk. There you go, there's those flats that we just walked past as well. Just to give you an idea of where we are. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll have you over on the other side. Just to give you a weather update, it's currently about 3 degrees. So I should be wearing a hat. I should be wearing gloves. I'm just getting over a cold. But do you know what? I thought if I put a hat and gloves on, you know what's going to happen? You're just going to see this pair of eyes and a nose and a mouth, and that's about it. So that's what you're going to see. So I thought, better not. Anyway, right, let's go to the next question. Michelle says, I enjoy the visits to all major department stores. Do you have any favourite small specialty shops as well? What a great question. Nice one, Michelle. Do I have any favourites? It's really funny. I quite often just like looking and discovering little knick-knack shops away from the main department stores. I don't go too much into the main department stores, only because that's where everyone else goes. Of course, unless it's Christmas, of course, and then we go and see their Christmas decks. Cool, can you hear those? Yes, that's the birds. I think it's seagulls getting all excited on the river. We'll show you the river in a second. At the moment, it's behind some brambles. For me, areas like Covent Garden, to be quite honest, I don't ever buy anything in those sorts of places because actually they charge a fortune, because they know people are going to come down here, go down there. It's a tourist hotspot, but it's always nice just to have a look. So that's a nice little area there. I just realised the path I've taken me to a dead end. See, we're discovering together the Olympic Park. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Got a little viewing platform here. Let's just spin you around, and then it actually shows you what's in the water glade. So you've got a beautiful water glade there. You've got the mallard duck, the water vole, the grey heron. Yeah, loads of herons. And I'll put a picture on there recently from Battersea Park of a heron just sitting there on a fir tree. Absolutely incredible. The European goldfinch, a bee. Well, yeah, hopefully. Dragonfly and the Scandinavian fieldfare. There you go. And also, there's an otter. They've actually built an artificial halt in the marsh, and they hope they're going to get otters down there and coming to it. So you never know, which is great. There you go. That's here all time of year. And of course, this being in the middle of winter, not as green. Everything looks sort of peeled back, no leaves on the bushes or anything else like that. But still, fantastic little place to come. Nice and fresh. Get out, get some fresh air, and listen to the birds. Right. So there you go. So yeah, I like that. One of the places I do like to go actually, because I love electronics. I think it's probably got something to do with being on YouTube, love cameras and bits. I love walking up and down Tottenham Court Road. Tottenham Court Road, once upon a time, was full of nothing but electrical shops. So shops selling cameras, laptops, you know, all that sort of electrical paraphernalia. Now there's a lot less, and they've got more. Well, they've now got bigger shops down there, but they've also specialised into a lot more restaurants, etc. So that's Tottenham Court Road. But there's still the odd shops there, and I do love a good bookshop. And I know a number of you will join me on this because we've talked about this. Actually, I must do some bookshop videos. Actually, I think we did one way back when. Actually, I'm gonna have to get out one of the archive videos on a Friday. But I do love going into a bookshop and the smell of a new book. But when you walk into a bookshop, a new book, oh my word, absolutely phenomenal. Love that. So I love going into bookshops and having a look around there. Daunt books being definitely one of my favourites. And there's a few of those around London, but they're lovely. Right, so Michelle, wonderful question, thank you. Right, here comes a technical one from Luana. So she says, when I watch a video of channels I subscribe to, including London Visited, thank you, I watch the entire video. However, when I see the history of watched videos at the right side of my screen, the little red line at the bottom of the small images, not the large images I just finished, does not go all the way to the end of the thumbnail, even though I've watched the whole video. Yeah, sometimes it's 2/3. So normally that line indicates what you've watched and where you've watched it up to. And normally it does go to the end if you watch it. The only other thing that might be happening is, are you watching it on a different device? That would be my only bit. If you're watching it on a different device and therefore it's not registering, that could be it, and therefore it's still showing where you were before. But normally it does go right to the end. It goes right to the end of the thumbnail, that red line. There you go. That shows the progress on there. So there you go. Hopefully it answers that one for you. Like that, nice technical question on YouTube. Hopefully that answers it. If not, let me know. I'll write to YouTube. Okay. Oh, nice one from Michelle. Does London have horse and carriage tours around the city? Absolutely brilliant. Love that question. Now, about 2 months ago, I would have said, no, it doesn't. And then I came across this place called Paddington Mews. Now, if you're a member of the channel, you'll have seen part of the video already, and actually it's coming out on the channel within the next month. Anyway, I was just idly walking around, doing my members video, you know, which I do most weeks, just having a chat. And then I just came across this place in Paddington. I think it's called Bathurst Mews. That's not easy to say. Anyway, and I walked down there. It's an amazing street. Sort of, you walk through this archway, which has got ivy hanging down from it, cobbled streets, absolutely beautiful. All the Mews houses, which are gorgeous. And then I thought, I can smell horses. So this is this street, central London. I thought, I can smell horses. And I looked round, and there it was, a couple of stables. So a couple of stables down there, and you'll just want to catch the video for this alone. Anyway, I was having a chat with the guys, not on video, but I was having a chat with the guys, and they do horse and carriage tours around London. And then I found on the wall, on the exit to Bathurst Mews, not the entrance that I took in, but the exit out, advertising such things. So yes, there is. So there you go, Michelle. I learn stuff all the time, which is why I love doing this channel, because not only am I just learning the history, I'm also learning some of the things you can get as well. Now this is quite novel, because this wasn't here last time I came down here, and that's quite was a couple of years ago. So can you see that in front? Let's go and have a look. So what they've done is they've taken an old red phone box, cut it in two, and put it on both sides of the path. That's probably something arty. Anyway, I notice there is no phone. I think someone's been at that. Now, what have they put up here? Here we go. Ooh. Here we go, let's have a look. What's it say? It says, busy with boats by 2005, these waterways were unhealthy, polluted and largely disused. London 2012 unclogged them of 30,000 tonnes of rubbish and brought it back to life. There you go. So it's all about the regeneration which has been done down here for the 2012 London Olympics. Excellent. See, you never know what you're going to find. See, like that, don't you? Yeah. Nice phone box, right in the middle, but only half a phone box. Looks quite good from that angle. Right, might have to use that as a thumbnail. At least when you watch the video, go, I recognise that clip. Right. So, Luana asks, like this one, is hopping on a bus easy and quick way getting around London if you want to avoid the tube? It is. It's fantastic. I use the tube when I want to get from one place to another very, very quickly. But as you've seen in the recent videos that we've done, the other thing I also love doing is jumping on a bus, getting up the top and just getting the views. And it seems to have gone down well as well. So what have we done? We've done the number 24, which went from Hampstead all the way through to Pimlico, opposite Battersea. We've done the number 15, which goes from Tower Hill through St Paul's. That was just up, not last Sunday, Sunday before. So I'm just trying to remember when I'm filming this. Oh, it's gone dark, gone under a bridge. So we've got that one there as well. There's another one, I think I've done the number 9 as well, which takes you from West London and across. Oh yeah, it does, takes you from Hammersmith and through. That's to come shortly, past the Royal Albert Hall as well, which is another fantastic route. So that's all to come very soon on this channel. So we'll do more of those, but yeah, really, really easy. And all you do is you get on, you tap away. Oh, there's a heron. Don't know if it's going to pick it up. Or we can hear it making a noise. Just gliding across the water. Don't think that quite picked it up. Anyway, let's get a view. So, as I said, as it's the middle of winter, there isn't much in the way of greenery. Yes, there's the cranes. Loads of building going on around here. That sort of continues the generation after the 2012 Olympics is still going 13 years after. Lots of building going on. And they're putting in all sorts of stuff there, which is good. So at the moment, it is winter, hence it's lower in colour. You haven't got the greens out, but hey, come spring and summer, I have to come back here. Anyway, let's keep our walk around. So yeah, nice and easy to get a bus. Just tap on very, very quickly with your card, and off you go, which is excellent. And you get to see some great things. But anyway, we're going to be doing more bus routes. So if you're thinking of coming to London and grabbing a bus route, we're going to show you some of the great ones. And also doing the buses, and doing the TfL buses, the red buses, it saves you spending an absolute fortune on the tourist ones, which I think you pay something like 26, 30 quid for a day, which is very, very expensive. Whereas if you go on the bus and a normal bus, I think it's capped at £2, might be going up to 3. But anyway, minimal in comparison. Wonderful, right. What else have we got? Oh, here we go, final one already. We're keeping to time and we're heading down towards the river, which is also good. So yeah, all comes together quite nicely. And then what food is typically served at tea time, says Michelle. So at tea time, Michelle, so I'm going to go that you're thinking about afternoon teas, which is one of those big things that lots of people think that happens here in London a lot, and it's one of those things which could only be called as a treat. So I've done afternoon tea once in my life, so it doesn't happen that often. What do you get on there? You can have sandwiches, and quite often with the crusts cut off. Well, actually with the crust cut off. So you have those. You've got cakes, you've got scones, you've got all sorts of bits on there like that. Sometimes you can have macaroons. All depends where you go and what sort of flavour you have. Plus you've got your tea, of course, and you can choose your type of brew that you have on there, which is another thing. But I think it's really funny because the view is everyone has afternoon tea, and I know where it comes from. It comes from all these British dramas and bits and pieces like this, where they sit down and have an afternoon tea. Do you know what? I put the kettle on and have a cuppa, and I'll have a Kit Kat with it, which is a wafer biscuit. That's normally my afternoon tea, and then that gets me through from lunch to dinner. So it just gives you an idea on that one. So there you go. Right. That's perfect timing. So there you go, that gives you an idea. So yeah, really it's sandwiches. You've got different types of sandwiches with the crusts cut off, and then you've got all different sorts of cakes. Battenberg cake, scones, and cream and jam is always the big debate. Which do you put on first? You can tell me in the comments down below. There you go. Right, and then let's just sweep round. There you go, under the bridge. And this is the Lee Valley River, where tons and tons of rubbish were taken out and turned into this beautiful wildlife area. There you go, for the 2012 Olympics. And that just gives you a bit of a flavour for the Olympic Park, which is lovely. Now, I did see, oh, it's over, can't get to it, but I did see the Olympics. Oh, there it is. Right, I tell you what, we'll carry on nattering and we can see if we can get to it, because you've actually got the Olympic rings here. You've also got the Paralympic symbol as well. But let's see, because we're going to go under the bridge. If I can get up and onto the bridge, let's quickly investigate that. If I can do that, then I can show you those rings, which will be lovely. Oh yeah, I can. There's some steps coming up here. There you go. Discovering the pathways. Love it. See? Always a voyage of discovery. So, hope you've enjoyed the questions. Now, please don't forget, got any comments, any thoughts on the answers, please put them in the comments down below. Also, more importantly, if you've got anything you'd like to know the answer to in February, because we're doing another one at the end of Feb, then please do put the question down below and we'll grab that for then. And we'll film that and put that out. Now, I'm good at multitasking, but doing several steps at the same time and talking is not one of them. So we're up here, up a bit higher, and what you can also see up here is, there you go, there's the velodrome, which is still in operation with lots and lots of stuff going on there. And then as we swing round, we have right in front of us the Olympic rings. There you go. That is the Olympic Park. Well, apparently, here goes a bit of history on the Olympic rings. Apparently, it's based on a design first created in 1913 by Pierre de Coubertin, who was the father of the modern Olympic Games. And they are a global representation, hope you're taking note, of the Olympic movement, and stand here in Queen Elizabeth Park as a permanent record of the success and legacy of the London 2012 Games. There you go, lovely. Right, on that note, Olympic rings, velodrome in the background. Thanks so much for watching, really appreciate it. If you had your questions, really do, thank you. Any questions for next month, just chuck them in the comments down below and we'll keep them, and we'll do them in February. Anyway, wish you all the best, have a great month, catch you in Feb, bye.